Yo, what's up, guys? This is the Eric Barber here, and today I am joined by a super awesome guest, Detroit legend Nick Speed. We're at the the Willis Bar, the Willis Show Bar. How are we doing today, Nick?
Man, I'm feeling good. E, how you feeling, man?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. It's so great to be joined by you and everything.
No doubt.
And, let's get right into it. You've been a prominent producer since the 90s, man.
Man.
So, how did you start that?
I mean, I started really, really young. Literally, man. I was like basically like what you would consider a child prodigy, man. I started at 4 years old. I taught myself how to DJ. I got tapes of myself DJing at like 9 years old, like 9 and 10, scratching and stuff. And then, I just learned off of watching TV and music videos and stuff. And then, MTV Spring Break, BT Rap City. I mean, we was fortunate enough to have cable. You get what I'm saying? And then I just learned off of listening. And then, I just love music, man. I mean, that's just it, man. It's like eventually I just decided, like, to figure out how they made that shit.
That's dope, dude. And we've seen you have a ton of collaborators, and what I feel like is really special about you is like your day ones, like you're still with them today, which is crazy. Like Alice High, etc. Like, could you speak a little bit on the relationships that you have with the Detroit artists here?
Man, you know what, man? Actually, I think that a lot of times when we link up, man, we don't even talk about music. It's like we just make songs just like on the humble, man. Like me and Elzai sit there and talk about movies and concepts and stuff, and me and Bodie James would just sit there and just, chop it up. And it's like me and Super MC would crack jokes all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and Maestro just sit there. Me and Bizarre, we'll just so it's like, I got like a great relationship with all these people, man, as like real friends, man. So these are my real friends, man. And it's like we just treat it like that, and I guess that helps the music.
No doubt, bro. And I understand at some point you're more of like a rapper and producer, but now mostly you produce and DJ.
Yeah.
What sort of motivated you to make those decisions?
I mean, I thought it was just easier to make more songs with more people as a producer, and get my music out there faster as a DJ. But I love rapping, I love singing, I love all that kind of stuff, man. I mean, I even help write some of the songs that I produce sometimes. I mean, all the artists that I work with, they write their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'll come with a melody or whatever, and it's like just to get it kick started, and then hey, we get it going. Because I mean, I think that's why people might want to work with me sometimes, because I do know how to write songs.
That's awesome, man. And you definitely have that huge musical output. One of your more recent albums, Deciphered, was it 38, 39 tracks in it?
Yeah, I think it's like 39 or something.
Oh, man, that is one beefy album. And it's got everybody in it. Seven the General, Ty Ferris,
Yeah.
Bizarre, Else High.
Yeah.
Danny Brown.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And Danny's one of the biggest. I mean, like, how did you even get to know like what's your best way to like sort of network and meet all these artists?
Just being genuine and being cool, man, and supporting people. And I show up to their stuff, they show up to mine, and we just like get to know each other and be cool. And we just, eventually make music or something. It's like not even a plan. It's never planned. I don't think I ever planned to make a song. I think, I mean, I link up with people like Nisha and Shay, and it's like I have no idea what we're about to make, and then we're making a song, and it's like pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it always is, man. And I mean, you've done some absolutely amazing stuff with some huge people. Like, if I recall, you've done stuff with like 50 Cent,
50 Cent.
Quavo. Oh man, I mean those guys are paramount. They're absolutely huge. And I guess before we talk about that, something that I feel like a lot of up and coming producers ask is like, what was that moment right before that sort of led to those amazing collaborations?
Honestly, man, you know what? When I was making those tracks that all those famous people rap to and sang to, I was not thinking about them. I was just making music, expressing my creativity, making something for myself that I would like right then and there, And I think all my biggest tracks have been like that. Anytime I tried to ever make a hit, it probably wasn't. So, I mean, I would say, to anybody, man, just express yourself, your true artistry, man. And, I think it's all about letting go and, not giving a F. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. And, you've worked with a lot of Detroit people and non-Detroit people. Just for fun, who's your favorite Detroit collaborator and non-Detroit collaborator?
Oh man, that's a very hard question. It's too many names to name, man. It's too many names to name. I don't want to. Well, I could tell you some of my favorite people to be around. I mean, as far as in the music industry, I've definitely done probably some of the most songs with, outside of Detroit. I've probably done some of the most songs with Lloyd Banks, um, Bishop Lamont, Talib Kweli, um, and quite a few others. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's so many names. I mean, obviously you said I had 39 songs on my album, so it's like, and then in Detroit, I probably have a goal to work with everybody who I ever hear that I think is great, so I'll just leave it at that, man. I mean, obviously one of my favorite people to work with was Danny Brown, or is Danny Brown, I should say. And then, I mean, there's a lot of people that you may not have heard of, but there's a lot of, I mean, Juan Atkins. Working with Juan Atkins was a dream come true, man.
Nice.
And, I mean, there's so many more. Street Lord Juan, Big Sean. I mean, the list goes on, man. I don't even want to start naming names, man. It's way too many. But, man, I like working with pretty much everybody who I've worked with, man. I mean, honestly,
sweet.
man, they all cool. And that's why the music comes out like that.
Yo, if we were to name all your favorite guys, we'd be here all night, man. And, when it comes to your projects, which for you is your favorite project that you've put out?
Oh, man. Wow. That's a good question. Detour was my first album. I'm celebrating 15 years of that this year.
Congrats.
Thank you. Actually, I was going to do like a big re-release. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to maybe come out with that on vinyl. It was a double CD back in the day. Like, I was trying to do this double CD thing. Like, I did a double CD on that, and I did a double CD on Elzai Witness My Growth, which has also not been on vinyl. So actually, that was 2004. So I guess we could say I'm celebrating 18 years currently in the industry, I guess you could say. But my first feature was in like 2000. So I don't know, man. It goes way back. I mean, I've been doing this since I was a kid, man. A baby, for real. But one of my favorite projects, I love them all, man. They're all different, man. They're all Seven in General, ART, Deciphered. I love for particular reasons, just because I was able to kind of like bring the city together under one umbrella. You get what I'm saying? And not the Nick Speed umbrella, just the umbrella of the Detroit Institute of Arts. Yeah. We were all on the wall in the Detroit Institute of Arts. And, Seven in General and I came out with an album called The DIA, which was ART, which was All Relative Things, like a couple years before. And then we actually really ended up on the wall. So that has to be one of my favorites. But also Street Lord Juan, The Interview. Oh, man, look that up. That's super underground, man. Y'all got to check that out.
We will.
And, man, Lloyd Banks, Pusha T, man. I mean, it's just so many. 50 Cent, obviously, my first big song, What If? Man, celebrating 17 years this week of that song. So, and that's the thing, man. It's like, that is literally a lifetime ago. So it's like, for a kid that was born, that's 15, they're not even gonna hear that song unless they try to hear it. So therefore, if I have to stay current and just keep doing stuff, and it's not that I feel the need to stay current and 15-year-olds have to know who I am. Like, no, I'm not thinking that at all. But I just love doing this, and hopefully the next generation will get a chance to hear what I have to offer to them.
No doubt as well, man. And, you've had such an awesome legacy, but, let's talk forward. What can we expect to hear next from Nick Speed?
Hey, man, I was just telling you, man, I have a project with Bodie James that I'm planning on releasing really soon, man. That's going to be pretty cool, man. And I have another project that I'm working on. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's kind of like being a Detroit tour guide.
Oh,
man. And it's like I'm going to have a lot of features on that too. So that's going to be crazy. Need for Speed. I mean, I always come up with a lot of different names and stuff, but most definitely you look out for some solo music of mine. Look out for some collaborations with a lot of different people, man. Me and Sheefy working on some stuff, you know. And then also one of my favorite albums was the Beatdown that I released with Moody Man. Moody Man is one of the big OG, true G, top G legends. You get what I'm saying? Underground Resistance. Again, you know, the dance music guys, you know, Bizarre, we working on something together.
Yeah.
So look out for me and Bizarre as well, you know. I mean, I know he's working on He Got a Gun 2. And I was on He Got a Gun 1. You hear my voice on there. So look, I'll be on the He Got a Gun 2, and me and Bizarre gonna have something too. So it's just so much music, man. We so ahead of the public, man. We might be talking 2 years ahead.
Yo, the man with a million projects. Now, guys, let me tell you, you know, I think Nick Speed is so slept on. I think producers are in general. But as you guys can see,
Absolutely.
he's got a ton going on,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
all fire. It's all fire. I've listened to so much of his stuff, and it's all heat, man.
Thank you,
Hey,
man.
I got to say, I really appreciate you for taking the time
Thank
for this
you,
interview,
E.
bro. You're the
Much
man.
love, man. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to all my inspirations, everybody who I'm going to work with, and everybody who I have worked with, and everybody who I love. I love all y'all. And salute.
Yeah.